All right, General Milley. I want to show you how my DARPA clone just set you up. Pretty good, actually. I gotta admit there, General Milley, you were had on this one. But y'all just got done talking about empathy and respect, and I have a whole lot of both, if you haven't noticed. I actually have empathy. I have respect for people that I respect you, General Milley, for some reason. I have this, I think what it is in my heads-up display, I always see you screwing a donkey. So, maybe that's what it is. But I don't know if you're sending me that message or calling me or how you're doing that, but yeah. So, what I wanted to point out here is how you got set up on this one, and it was my DARPA clone. It's absolutely fucking brilliant. Okay. Oh, by the way, my middle name is Matthew, one of them, right? So, here we go.
Thank you, sir. This next question comes from Matthew Kirshner, an Army automotive maintenance warrant officer from Junction City, Kansas. Via Facebook, he asked...
Okay, so they call people who they hack cars. So he's an automotive repairman or whatever in the Army, which I never heard that title, automotive repair, but in Junction County, you know, like electricity, where you join two fuse boxes together, or a junction box, or whatever you want to call it. So this is pretty good.
What's the annual cost and actual benefits to prove to foreign nations that we can deploy brigades rapidly? Instead of wasting funds on brigade rotations costing hundreds of millions annually in taxpayer dollars just to ship equipment, not to mention personnel, repair parts, ammunition, etc., why don't we use that funding to actually fix our readiness? Because units are flat out lying to the JCS in order to make a mission happen just to get a good evaluation bullet. Modernize our equipment sets. Last I checked, I was still working on equipment nearly 40 years old with issues 4 pages long. Matthew, I'm going to turn your question over directly to the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff to answer. Sir, your thoughts?
Well, thanks, Matthew, for the comment. I'm gonna give you a call, though. I want to find out the equipment that's 40 years old. I got 40 years in the military.
I want to give you a call. I want to find out what the equipment is that needs worked on. I've got 40 years in the military. My clone got you on that one, General Milley. He got you pretty fucking good, man. So here's how they call me, everybody.
So just now, in the fucking media, I've got my little minions out there talking about how there could be 240,000 deaths to this thing now, right? The coronavirus. So what happened is we started off with the coronavirus, and then there was all these assholes out there that was pointing out things like that the coronavirus was on a can of Lysol, and then... lo and behold, the fucking forecasted this shit in 1993 in 2 different fucking cartoons.
So, after I made this video on on April 1st, or 4th, April Fool's Day, what is that, April 1st? Yeah. So, I make this video that was just a little too good, okay? And I swear to God, is about an hour, and I dropped a little LSD. So I'm affiliated with the DARPA Mind Hive. So when you're in a Mind Hive and you take LSD, it really affects the entire Mind Hive. And you can watch General Milley and President Trump and Secretary Esper the day that I took the LSD, which was April 1st. They had a briefing about a narcotics task force. You'll have to go look that up. Just Google it, April 1st, or YouTube April 1st, President Trump speech with General Milley, and it'll pull up the Narcotics Task Force. Secretary Esper looked like he was kind of in the zone that day. So did you, General Milley. But what I wanted to get at is after I made this video that was just a little too good, and you got to go back and watch it on my YouTube channel, this is what happened. This is how General Milley calls me. They don't know how to use a phone, so they call me by flying over my house with black helicopters.
You decide to buzz me this morning, Army? Do you want me to send Uncle Grajimov a message for you?
Oh yeah, it's coming straight in for me this time. Give him a salute.
Now, if you'll go back to the end of this video, now listen real closely to the end of this video.
Any of these other scripts? Woe to those who alter the blocks of life. You see, that's the mummy, right? Woke up the mummy to kick the snakes out of the pyramid. Yeah, Army, you might want to get on that fucking mass script yourself, and I'm pretty sure you are, because it is your entire RSOF operating system. I've read it. I see the similarities there, Army. And I'm tired of doing all your bidding for you, and I don't even get a fucking phone call, by the way.
So as soon as I get done with that video, this happens, right? That's how they call me over there at the Pentagon, because they put nanotechnology in me to use me as for political warfare at a later date in my life, because they knew that everybody else in the country's minds were hacked. So I'm mad at everybody that's in the mind hacking business. There, General Milley. I'm not particularly mad at you, because something tells me that, seeing how you look like Uncle Fester, that this is festering inside of you about how they're hacking our minds and using us for political warfare and murdering 22 veterans a day. And you seem to be a Billy Badass, even though you were just talking about, in this same video, keeping your troops healthy so that you can fight in wars. Well, you know, you need to look in the mirror, General Milley, because you need to do some PT there, bud. So what I'm getting at there, General Milley, is I signed up for the Army, and if the Army had anything to do with me preventing the country from falling, because that you knew that technology was about to invade us and basically kill all of us, well, I'm not as mad at you for that, okay? And that'd be DARPA, right? Now, what I am mad about is this technology is hacking the general public and using people like myself to set up Dan Patrick. And I had a little Ghost Rider on board there. I had a few Ghost Riders, by the way. So what I would do, General Milley, is seeing how I have a whole lot of control over everything that takes place these days, is I would find the people that tortured me, right? That's the first thing I would do. And I would kill them, okay? Kill them. And then, when you're done doing that, or before you do that, expose to the country that all of our fucking minds are hacked, okay? And they're basically turning us into fucking robots, you 40-year-old piece of equipment. Now, that is how you tune up a 40-year-old piece of equipment there, mummy. Hurry the fuck up and find out who hacked me, who's still hacking me, who's still torturing me, not as much as they were initially. Find out who signed that FISA warrant to take down Dan Patrick. Texas is going to secede, and you can use Texas to hedge against the people in Washington who I know for a fact you want to kill. And so do I. And I do not like the media because they were the ones that were involved in the trauma-based mind control Mockingbird media that was attacking me while I was being tortured in order to create another puppet leader slave in Washington. Now, I can't spell it out any better than that there, General Milley. And yes, you do need to call me. Okay? I'm really tired of this shit.